May profits be upon you. May profits be upon you all. Hey, I just want to share some thoughts on my view of some of these markets that I'm looking at right now. One, let's start with, we're going to come back to gold. Well, I mean, S&P. All right. Let's go to gold. All right. Now, what do I see? I'm looking at the daily chart, and what has price done? Prices surprised me last week uh, with it shooting up this way. But what we see is price has finally topped the highs of March and all the way back to August of 2020. Took that top out, right? Took that top out in May, and then we started coming down. And here is the swing low on this daily time frame. So we have a high coming up and then a higher high, and we finally break the top there. We've been descending since, right? Up until last week. And this is where we come to today. Where do we bounce at? A demand zone. All right. And this is a strong low. What makes it so strong? Because we had a swing high, a swing low, a swing high. The only job of a low is to make a new high. When it fails to do so, it becomes a weak low and becomes a target for liquidation. Uh, this is where the stop losses are for people who took longs. All right. That becomes the target, a liquidity target, if you will. And price is coming back all the way down to target that low. All right. We did to challenge that low. All right. To target the swing low. So what happens is I was thinking price was going to take that low. All right. Until it found support and bounced up. We have this V-shaped recovery. What made this happen is the fundamentals going on in Israel. Israel had announced that they're getting ready to go in hardcore for a ground assault, and things started to take off from there. All right, and that continued today. This is a daily candle, and we come up to this PD array here, this uh, uh, supply zone, and we see price had mitigated the supply zone once before, failed to go higher, fell, and this made me think once we broke that swing low that we was going to be coming back low. We retrace and then turn back around. However, uh, the news had a different idea. So what do I see now happening? I see price coming back down, and I see not all the way down, not in the least. I think as long as the war is going on and it's ramping up, things are getting real ugly. I think what price may do is come down to this down candle here, and then find new support and break that top. Break this, break this. This is driving me crazy. Sorry about that, folks. All right. And we should see price challenge this high, you know, or after this high. These are the liquidity highs. This is where people have taken their shorts and left their stop losses. And I'm looking at those as possible targets once we find support here. We'll see. We've already seen a receding of the you know of this impulsive move. We're already seeing it pull. We already see it pull back already. That's where that wick comes from. And if we go down to the 4 hour, I don't want to spend too much more time on this. All right, we can see that the liquidity targets were taken out here and here. All right, people who took those shorts. All right, went just high enough to take those out and mitigate this supply zone over here. And we see price coming back down from there. All right. And it's only going to be a, or a pullback or a retracement. And we've already mitigated this down candle here with this candle here, right? So I'm thinking that price will continue down to about here into this fair value gap, and quite possibly uh, aim to take out that high, or at least come up to it. All right, but I do believe we're going to find support here. So that's my idea for that. I'm going to look out for it. Price could definitely, if things ramp up real crazy over there in the Middle East, this thing could find its footing and take out that high directly. But I do believe uh, it'll retrace as it's already started. It should retrace and give us a chance to get in at a better price. All right, and I'm looking again right around uh, 1932. All right, between 1932 and 1937, right around there. Let's go to the S&P. If we look at the S&P, uh, I need you to see this. All right, the way I look at the market, the structure here is we have an impulsive move here going all the way up here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, there's a whole lot of noise in between, but it's an impulsive move. It's not corrective. All right. This is the correction. All right. And where is this going back to? After an impulsive move, you look for that correction. You look for that retracement. Now, how much of that retracement do you look for? You look for at least 50%. At least 50%. Well, from top to bottom, we've come back 50% right here. All right. Now, I posted in the chat room that I frequent. You go down and on this page here, and you'll find where I hang out. But if not, just send me a DM and I'll let you know. And no problem. No, it's no charge. It's not a commercial thing. It's just if you want to hang out with me here. All right. Where I hang out anyway. Uh, I want you to see that this low is weak. Why? Because the only job of a low, can I draw it, please? The only job of a low is to make a new high. It failed to do so. What did I just show you? the, this was a low at one time too. I thought it might go higher. All right, it failed to do so. What does it become? A target for liquidity. All right. Price broke structure here. That's a BOS, a break of market structure, and you look for the pullback. You look for at least the 50% pullback, right? All right, and we are we're above 50% in this leg of structure here, and we're right around the area where we can expect price to come down here. Now, I was going to say earlier that I pointed out this demand zone and this demand zone a couple of weeks ago, and I had an eyeball on this one until we hit it. All right. And then we had a beautiful reaction, a profitable trade to take. All right. Uh, uh, I do believe, like I mentioned in the chat, that this will come down and we'll find more support here and then probably turn this thing around. We'll see. We'll see how things go, but the market doesn't like wars. All right. That there's going to be a flight to safety, to safe havens. All right. The US dollar, um, the yen. Listen, they don't want to take risk. All right, that's why we have risk on, risk off environments. That's how these things start. All right, they become risk. People become risk averse. They want to put their money in safe places like bonds and gold and those kind of things, not the market. So I'm thinking we're going to see this turnaround. We already see evidence of it happening here, but upon close examination, what I look for anyway is I like to see a failure to make a new high. Come on, man. A failure to make a new high, and that's what happened here. So that's one piece of evidence, but I need to see a close, a break and close below this low. All right. I didn't see that yet. So uh you see how the new candle for Thursday is starting already. All right. It's probably gonna make a wick and come up. But I don't want it to come up but so far. I wanted to come up here maybe and then shoot down. But I do believe that the markets are just gonna, you know, reject this notion of the war, and put that people are going to put their money in safe havens and whatnot. And I do believe that we may see uh, price come on down a little bit further. I think I'm not interested in any buys from this level in the S&P. All right, if it until it breaks this high, I'm not interested in any buys, because then I would be looking for the pullback and then go on higher. But I'm not interested in any buys from this area right now. I think price is getting ready to target this weak low here and head down, dance, and then finally end up down at this that demand zone. So we shall see. I got another one for you. Let's go to pound USD. Pound USD. If we go to the daily, we can see we've been on a downtrend for a good while now. For a good while now, all right. And we have broken. We finally came out of this consolidation, right? Got a beautiful break to the upside, a pullback. This is a great time to get in. Another swing high break, right? A market structure break there. I'll pull back, another market structure break there. That's it. Everything's looking hunky dang going dory, right? Hunky dory. All right. Let me see. This I got a little bit of a lag in my internet. I don't know what's going on here. All right. So what I'm going to say is, what did price do? Why did we turn up? Because we hit a demand zone here. Now, some people are going to ask, how are you marking demand zones or whatever like that? It becomes clear if you go to the 2 day, and you can see this is a bullish uh, engulfer. All right, a bullish engulfer. All right, and but it works the same as you look on a 1 day as a 2 day. It I think price found these down candles, pushed up, came down, and traded into this range. It's already touched. This isn't a fresh demand zone. It's already been mitigated, but you see, it was a very light mitigation. So I'm thinking if price does come back down here, it's still going to find support, right? And that's what happened. Now I need you to pay attention. This is what I like to look for myself. I look for these change of characters. All right, these early signs that price is going to go reverse. All right, so if price comes down, makes the low, pulls back, we have the retracement, and then breaks that low, takes that liquidity, shoots up, breaks market structure again to the upside with a positive, obvious break and candle close above the high it made, the previous high. I'm waiting for it to come back down for that retracement. And where am I waiting? For the demand zone that caused this break of market structure. That would be here, folks. And that's what I have. That's what I have marked. Okay. Uh, can I go back? All right. Thank you. So I'm waiting for price to come break these lows, and mitigate this demand zone. I think this is going to lead to some good things. I do. I think we're going to go retrace higher. Why? Because it's time. Look at this long. Sorry. Look at this long impulsive move without a retracement. All right. This we haven't had a retracement here, so I'm looking for price to come down, bounce, and take this high and give us a bear flag, something like this here, and then quite possibly come back down further, sweeping that low to test the extreme of this demand zone, at least to the median threshold. All right, and then we might see a bounce. But I think we're going to spend some time on this level. If we just shoot that over, I think we're going to spend some time on this level here. So that is my idea for it. I do think it will be worth the wait. If we go down to the 4 hour, you can see how price is failing to go higher, right? You see how price is failing to go higher here. We're not challenging these fair value gaps yet. I'm looking for price to take the liquidity that's below these lows. This is nothing but people who took those longs, and there's a lot of liquidity there and mitigate this demand zone and then pop up. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, that's my idea for that. And I got one more for you. Let me know if I'm going too long with these uh, this doggone video. All right, leave a comment or whatever, and let me know if you're looking at the pound USD, the S&P. If you're looking at gold, let me know. Let me know what your ideas are. Post it right in my comment section. Post your charts. It's fine. Okay. One more, Aussie dollar. Now you can see I have this supply zone here hooked up, right? And if we go to the daily, you can see we've been correcting, but in a descending manner. All right. Prices broken this that market structure there. All right, broke that low, and you can see how long we dithered at this level until we had a break and close below the low. All right, price failed to take out that high, which is what I look for, and we're back at this low. All right, now upon close examination, you can see what are the liquidity targets here, right? Price has created a relative equal lows. That's a huge draw on liquidity. All right, price is already traded into this fair value gap here, traded right into it, filled it, and you can see the bearish candle that formed for all of today. Now, it's not an engulfer, all right, but it did take out that low. It did take out that low, which means it acquired some liquidity. Price that wouldn't surprise me one bit if price goes up a little bit and then completes this move down to swipe these relative equal lows. All right, we can see it's been making lower lows, and lower highs the whole time. So uh, I'm definitely looking for an opportunity here. It's already hit the top of the fair value gap. All right. If price continues, if we go to the 4 hour, if we go to the 4 hour, if we can go to the 4 hour, all right, you can see how those lows got lower. The highs got lower. I'm looking for price to continue on this trek, and I'm looking for price to take out these lows. All right, it already swept this low here. I'm looking for these lows to get swept. There's a lot of liquidity down here. People who took longs, all right, jumped back in and took longs. All right, I'm looking for price to come back and get this liquidity. That's what I'm looking for. So, uh, if you see, you can see on the 4 hour. Matter of fact, I'm glad we stopped to take a look. You can see on the 4 hour that we had this mashed this mashed candle. The price tried to go up, hit that bullish candle, and then smacked down. The bears came back in, pushing the issue. All right, so I'm thinking that we got some good momentum. Look at the candles, look at the length of them, right? I think we got some good momentum to the downside. All right. If price takes up about 50% of this candle, maybe takes out that high and goes to this fair gap value gap, I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for a slight pullback, an opportunity to get in for a ride down to these lows. I can't draw these things. All right. I want these lows to get swept. This is going to be some good profit if it happens. All right. Thursday is a great day for it. The fundamentals are going to play a large part in this. So that's my ideas. I'm hoping that you find it helpful and informative. If you do, make sure you smash the like button. Don't smash it, just